who was a Syrian warrior. With pride and arrogance, he was jumping up and down, displaying his bravery. He came before Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu, and as soon as he reached Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu, he attacked him. But Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu struck Tamim so fiercely with the Zulfiqar that his head was separated from his body and his arrogance was buried beneath the ground. Yazid al-Bathi then moved forward with a pompous attitude and desired to show his great ability before Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu, so that he could be praised in the community of the Yazidis and be awarded with many gifts. When he came before Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu, he shouted a slogan and said, "Amongst the great brave people of Sham and Iraq, my bravery is infamous. I am known in Rome and Egypt. Within a blink of an eye, I can send a person into his grave. The people of the entire world accept me to be a brave man who is stronger than metal, and they flee in front of me like sheep. No one has the ability to challenge me. Today you shall witness my power and my ability to trick during a fight." Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu replied, "You do not know me. The blood flowing in my veins is Hashmi blood. I am the lion of Allah Azza wa Jal, the Fatih of Khaybar, Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu. People like you who are not actually men have no essence in front of me. According to me, you are not worthier than flies and mosquitoes." The Syrian youth were angered and he attacked Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu after making his horse jump. Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu rendered this strike useless and then leaped onto him, stabbing him on the waist so viciously that he was separated into two pieces and he fell onto the ground. Badr ibn Suhail al-Yamani was outraged to see this happening, and he said to Shimar, "What type of villages have you sent to compete against Hussein, who have no talent whatsoever? Send one of my 4 sons to fight Hussein, and you shall witness how Hussein's head shall be struck off within a few minutes." Ibn Sa'd signaled towards Badr's eldest son, who came before Imam Hussein, whilst exciting his horse by making it jump. Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu said to him that it would have been better for his father to come, as the father would then have avoided having to see his son drenched in blood. With one strike of Zulfiqar, Badr's eldest son collapsed, and thereafter he proceeded to the pits of hell. Badr was overcome with rage and fury upon seeing his son, who was a great warrior, being disgraced and killed in this manner. Thus Badr came in front of Imam Hussein, gnashing it in his teeth, and he immediately attacked the great Imam with his spear. Imam Hussein broke his spear. Badr then raised his sword and said, "Hussein, I shall attack you with this sword so viciously that if I was to strike the mountain so harshly, it would crush into pieces of gold." He attempted to strike Imam Hussein, but Imam Hussein managed to deem his strike unsuccessful, and then the Imam used Zulfiqar so efficiently that Badr's head was cut off and it landed at a far distance, almost like a ball. And like this, my Islamic brothers, many people came trying to martyr the Holy Prophet ﷺ's grandson. But finally, Ibn Sa'd assessed how there was no success in this tactic. He commanded that arrows be showered upon Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu from all 4 corners. And when he would be severely wounded by the arrows, they were to use spears. The archers targeted Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu from all 4 corners, and at once thousands of arrows left their bows. Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu's horse was severely injured. Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu was forced to stop at one point. Arrows were flying from everywhere, and the oppressed Imam's body was the target of every single arrow. The blessed body of Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu was wounded, and it was covered with blood. The disloyal people of Kufa had treated the great personality who they had invited as a guest in such a horrific and oppressive way. Eventually, an arrow struck Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu on his blessed forehead, a place which had been kissed by the Holy Prophet ﷺ many times before. As soon as the arrow hit him, a stream of blood began to flow from his blessed face. Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu collapsed onto the land from his horse. The vicious tyrants now began to attack with spears. The devilish Sanan threw a spear which crossed through the blessed body of Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu. After receiving 72 wounds from the arrows, spears and swords of the Yazidis, Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu reunited with his Lord whilst in the state of prostration, sajda, thanking Allah Azza wa Jal for all his blessings. At the age of 56 years, 5 months and 5 days, Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu departed from this mortal world on Friday, 10th Muharram, 61 after Hijri. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Another Ibn Kharsha moved forward to separate Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu's head from his body. They were not done. After all this, they still wanted more. This person moved forward to remove the head of Sayyidina Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu, but the awe of Imam Hussein caused his hands to shake and his sword to fall on the ground. either Khawli ibn Yazid, Sanan ibn Anas, Shibal ibn Yazid, or the filthy shimmer severed the blessed head of Imam Hussein, causing it to be separated from the rest of his body. Now think about it, my dear friends, how brutally Sayyidina Imam Hussein was martyred. How much pain would this have caused to the Prophet ﷺ if he was dead? And there's a hadith in which Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas states that he was once blessed with the visitation of Allah's beloved ﷺ in his dream.